And Tony Robbins literally sat in the front row and took as much notes, as, if not more notes, than the delegates himself. So back in 1996, all he was back then was a master of ceremonies, an MC. He used to step up on stage and just say, the next speaker is, and the next speaker is. So the people that we got to spend the 6 long days were Sir John Templeton, at that time was, who died last year as the 11th richest man in the world. Peter Lynch, the Beardstown ladies, Matt Cito, founders of Feather Express, founders of The Body Shop. Anita Roderick was there. Anita Roderick is founder of The Body Shop. She got the longest and loudest standing ovation. So these people literally spent a couple of hours distilling their decades of knowledge and experience into days. And needless to say, we took loads of notes. And I came back to Ireland. At that time, I was working as a salmon farmer in Donegal. That's what took me to Donegal. I'm originally from Mayo in the west, but I've been in Donegal now for over 24 years. So I had no finance background whatsoever, no accountancy background, no business background. I was just an employee working for a company. My background was in science. So if you're sitting there and you hear me talking about the stock market and you're bringing up some limiting beliefs like, you know, I'd be never any good at that. I'm not good at finance. I'm not good at accountancy. I'm not good at figures and stuff. Stop yourself, because I guarantee you that each and every one of you here in the room can be successful in the stock market. The only thing that's holding you back is you. I have, as Donna said, over the last 10 years, taught over 20,000 people in 30 different countries in 5 different languages. And I can tell you that it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your background, it doesn't matter how long you went to school, it doesn't matter whether you left school at 14 or 15, it doesn't matter if you left school at 26 with too much education, it doesn't matter. All that matters is you make a commitment to yourself that you're going to learn how it works. That's all you have to do, because it is very, very simple, step-by-step system that I'm going to share with you here today. So the challenge that I'm going to give to you is that if you take as many notes as you possibly can, and if you have any questions at the end, we'll have a question and answer session. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through 4 simple steps. So the notes that I want you to take from the get-go, that in order to be successful in the stock market, it's just down to 4 simple things. And the 4 simple things is that you've got to find a quality company. So if you want to write that down first. I've got to learn how to find a quality company. And what do I mean by quality? Well, there are about 30,000 companies that you could go on the internet today, press a few buttons, and buy shares in. So you imagine there's 30,000 companies, but your goal is to find the best. And that's what I'm going to share with you. So step number 1 is find a quality company. Step number 2 is you've got to find when it's good value for money. So that's the second step. So it's a good quality company, but it's also good value for money. For the ladies in the room, you find the January sales, not the Christmas rush. Okay? So the ladies do extremely well in the stock market. I read it in a book about 13 years ago that ladies are better investors than men. Let me share with you today, of our 20,000 members worldwide, about 30% of them are ladies, and they are way better investors than men. Why? Because when you teach a system to a group of ladies, either individually or in an investment club, they say, well, if it works, if it ain't broken, why fix it? So if it works, we're just going to stick with it. Whereas men, we have terrible egos. We give men a system, and we get bored with it easily, and then we think, oh, we're smarter than that baldy boy from Donegal. We're going to figure out even a better way to do this. And in the pursuit of more, men, listen carefully in the room, men, in the pursuit of more, we end up with less. Okay? So we're running around, you know, it's after the blonde with the black skirt and with the good wife at home. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you join an investment club and when you learn how this works, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. So going back to the 4 steps. So step number 1, as I said, is quality. Step number 2 is value for money. Step number 3 is you must protect your money in the market. Read any textbook about the stock market and they talk about capital preservation. They talk about rule number 1 in the stock market is to protect your money. So the 3rd step is to ensure your money. And I'm going to show you how to do that by demonstrating it to you here today. So make sure you protect your money. That's rule number one. But when you start to make profit, and if you apply this system, you will start to make profit, also protect your profit. Don't watch your profit go and then fall away again and then grow again and fall away again. Protect your profit. And the fourth and final rule is that the stock market not only will help you create wealth, it will also give you an income. So the fourth part to success is learn to develop an income. So step one is quality. Step two is price, good value for money. Step three is protect. And step four is to generate an income. Now, those of you that hear about spread betting and forex trading and currency investing, all that sort of stuff, what you've got to realize about that game is that is actually just creating an income. When you enter into the stock market, you're creating both wealth plus income. Who's the wealthiest person on the planet today? Anybody want to let me know? Warren Buffett. Bill Gates number two, but Warren Buffett's number one. So Warren Buffett today is the richest man on the planet. He's about 80 years of age, and he's worth 80 billion. So of the 6.7 billion people, shortly to be 7 billion people running around this planet right now, today, the richest man in the world is made all of his wealth in the stock market. He didn't make it in property, didn't make it in businesses, he just made it in the stock market. He actually started at age 6. He did a paper round, saved up $100, and bought his first share at age 6. But the challenge is in society is that we do know, you can research it, you do know that the richest man in the world is Warren Buffett, and he's made all of his wealth in the stock market, but yet the majority of people out there in the world today think that the stock market is a scary place to be and not the place to be if you want to make money. So there's a disconnect there, isn't there? We know the richest man has made all his wealth in the stock market, worth 80 billion, and yet most of us are afraid to actually go into the stock market. And the reason why, well, let's find out from you guys. So show of hands here who has not bought a share, has not actually participated in the stock market. Okay, so let's throw out a few reasons why you would not participate in the stock market, why you wouldn't buy a share Monday morning. Sorry? Because you think it's gambling. Okay, so basically, would that be summarized as it's risky, yeah? Okay, so there's a lot of risk. So that's reason number one why you may not touch the stock market. Any other reasons?
No control of your money.
No control over your money, lack of control. Okay? Okay, so no control. And you like to be in control, sir, yeah? Yes? Any other reasons? Don't know how. So, okay, don't know where to start. So, lack of knowledge. So, don't have the know-how. What else?